Good morning.
Good morning. Please take your seat.
Thank you.
Okay, BIBHUTI,
Yes.
you prefer to come again to this board? What opted you again to come?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I don't have this same kind of work.
How today you are feeling confident from that time or?
Yes, ma'am. I'm pretty confident.
How your preparation is going on?
Yes, ma'am. It's fine.
When the date of your interview, BIBHUTI?
Ma'am, 21st.
21st. What is the international news, BIBHUTI, that attracted you today? Have you gone through any newspaper?
Yes, ma'am. The recently concluded SU summit, where our Honorable Prime Minister went to join the meeting. That news attracted me today.
Yes. BIBHUTI, looking to the Odisha at present, what are the challenges do you find for the youth of our society, particularly in Odisha context?
Ma'am, particularly the unemployment problem, the rising unemployment problem is the biggest issue, and the unavailability of skill set with youth, and the particular curricula with technical institute and the requirement of industries. That is the mismatch between requirement and the curricula.
Okay, BIBHUTI, suppose you will be posted as, suppose I am putting you one in a hypothetical condition, education secretary in Odisha. You think of, suppose secretary of skill development and technical education of Odisha. So what new initiative you will bring, just matching this requirement of the industries and filling the gaps that our technical education is providing, that what comes to your mind?
Ma'am, first of all, I should focus more on the skill set that the manufacturing sector that require. So the skill set I should introduce in the particular curriculum of technical degree, and this is the first priority of mine. Then I should reskill the people those people though which are their skill set. So I should reskilling also them. These are the two core areas I should focus upon.
Could you define, BIBHUTI, skilling, reskilling and upskilling? Why these are words are being frequently used in the society and by the government also? What difference you find, a little bit distinction between skilling, reskilling and upskilling?
Ma'am, skilling denotes to those people which don't have any skill at all. That is the skilling part, first part.
Yes.
Reskilling is some skills are there, but we have to more focus upon some specificity of that particular skill. That is reskilling. And upskilling means we have to add some skill from existing skill. We have to add some skill to them. That is the upskilling.
Yes, good, BIBHUTI. While going for the development of this technical and vocational education, could you tell about our new education policy, how it also aims at enhancing the vocational education in India?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, basically new education policy as far as the skilling part is concerned, they are more focused on apprenticeship program, learning while in the job. That way.
Okay, BIBHUTI, you belong to district?
Koraput district.
Okay. Please tell BIBHUTI something about the historical and cultural significance of your Koraput district.
Ma'am, historically that place, Koraput, ruled by so many kings like Naj and Satavahanas, etc. And culturally, ma'am, Koraput is very much significant since it's a tribal pocket and their unique culture makes Koraput special, ma'am.
Bibhuti, could you tell some what is the percentage of tribal population in your Koraput district?
Ma'am, almost 2/3 percentage of the district contains tribal people.
What are the tribal community names are there? Types of
Yes, ma'am.
tribes?
And the major tribes are Poroja, Kond, Gon, and Omanatis and Saurya.
How many BBTs are there in Koraput, Bibhuti?
Sorry ma'am, for the timing I am not aware of it.
Okay, suppose Bibhuti, you will be posted as sub-collector in your Koraput district, Sadar. So what are the new initiative measures you will take for uplifting the educational status of these tribal people?
The major problem with tribal pocket with regard to education is school dropout rate. So the primary dropout rate is very high. So I should focus more upon school dropout rate. I would like to visit.
How could you do this dropout rate?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I would like to visit those places
Yes.
and make aware the people and their parents. Please send to their child to the school. And what are the benefits of education? I should try to convince them to send their children to the school so that they will be benefited from the education.
Okay, Bibhuti, don't you think that the government existing programs like your midday meal, free distribution of uniforms and free providing of the textbooks and compulsory free primary education is not sufficient enough to attract and reject completely dropouts? What is your views on the midday meal, free midday meal?
Ma'am, these schemes definitely attracted so much of students and definitely working well also. But the problem is sole purpose of parent and children over there, the midday meal scheme, and that's over. So they only go for school only for midday meal, not for education. They eat and come back to the home, come back to their home. So it's not like that. They should retain over there, retain over the school to retain some knowledge from teacher. That's the important missing point I would like to highlight.
Thank you. Sir.
Thank you.
Bibhuti, you have answered many questions asked by ma'am. Good. You have interest in environmental awareness actually. You have mentioned in your.
Yes.
That's good to listen about. So forest and environment are integral part, as you know.
Yes.
So can you say before enactment of Odisha Forest Act 1972, under which law Koraput district is being governed?
Sir, as an administrative unit,
Yeah.
sir, I think Indian Forest Act 1927.
That was for the whole of the country.
Whole of the country, yes.
But in Odisha, we have been practicing two different acts actually.
Sir, for the timing I am not.
Okay.
I will check it out, sir.
Achha, then could you please explain something about watershed management? You might have seen many areas in Koraput under treatment of watershed.
Watershed management.
Basically, what is a watershed?
Sir, watershed is the common catchment area where water accumulates over there.
Water drains to a common point.
Yes, common point.
And what is watershed management?
Managing those area particularly which have common point and drains to that common point.
Yeah. What are the components of watershed management? You might have heard many times in walls also there are some paintings also in different walls also in villages also. What's it? Committees.
Sir, some traditional water management practices done by tribal people over there. In the hilly area, they try to obstruct the downward water on the bottom or slope of the hill. They try to capture those water and they use this as irrigation technique over there.
They used to capture the water on a principle that दौड़ता हुआ पानी को रुकना सिखाओ, रुकता हुआ पानी को चलना सिखाओ.
Yes.
It is the concept.
Yes.
But what are the utilities actually?
Sir, it is better used in irrigation system, and it is for also groundwater research. These are some points I could remember for now.
Okay. Plus soil and water conservation also.
Yes, sir.
Optimal utilization of water resources, including all natural resources, is also being done through watershed.
Yes, sir.
But what are the components? Could you please explain?
Sorry, sir.
Okay, no, it's okay.
I will check it out, sir.
There is 5 job.
Yes.
Jana,
Yes.
Jungle, Jantu, Jami and Jala.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Definitely. Thank you, sir, for the enlightenment.
Thank you. Then you have visited almost all areas in Koraput, no?
Yes.
Almost all blocks. How many blocks are there in Koraput?
Sir, 14 blocks.
14 blocks. Which block you do like most among all the blocks?
Sir, my block obviously, sir. Lakshmipur.
Lakshmipur block. Who is the present BDO there?
Sir, I am not.
Who is the present MLA? Honorable MLA? Who is your honorable MLA?
Sir, I forgot the name, but
Okay, please
remember.
do remember.
Oh,
Okay. Sir, tell me one thing. We are proud of Lakshmipur in one sense that some minerals are there.
yes.
You might have heard about this.
Yes.
What is the mineral?
Sir, the Panchpatmali rich with the bauxite mineral, which passes through also Lakshmipur block.
Yes. Good. So bauxite is
The major mineral.
Yeah.
What else?
OMC is doing that.
Yes.
Extraction work is going on.
Yes.
You have fair idea about education actually. What you have told while answering ma'am, I was just marking. Could you tell me something about 5T high school transformation?
Sir, 5T high school. It is the initiative by Odisha government to transfer the education and the basic school education particularly. The motto of 5T is transparency, teamwork, time leads to transformation.
Right.
That is the basic motto behind
Right,
it.
that is correct. You are wholly correct. But I want to ask, what are the 5 components, non-negotiable components of high school transformation?
Sorry, sir, I will check it out.
Whenever you will visit a high school, you can find it out. There are smart classrooms, okay, and e-library, science laboratory, along with school ambience and drinking water, also sanitation.
Okay.
These are the 5 non-negotiable items under 5T high school transformation.
Sir, thank you. Sir.
Can you have an idea about the number of schools in the state, high schools in the state? Entire schools, number of schools in the state, high schools.
No, sir, I am not aware.
It is around more than 8,000 actually, no need to remember all these things, but you can have a fair idea about it also.
Definitely.
More than 8,800 schools are there in total.
I will check it out, sir. Definitely.
It is nearing 8,800 schools are there. How many blocks are there in our state?
Sir, 314.
Good. How many panchayats?
Sir, I have a rough idea around 5,000 to 6,000.
No, it is 6,794 panchayats.
Yes.
Earlier it was 6,798 panchayats. Now after deducting 4 panchayats from Remuna constituency,
Yes,
it
sir.
comes to 6,794 gram panchayats.
Okay, sir.
And how many Jilla Parishad zones?
No, sir, I am not aware.
Okay. So remember it is 853 Jilla Parishad zones. Basically, okay, you are fine. Your career is there. You have a brilliant career. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You have not opted for botany.
Yes, sir, I opted for
Botany.
botany.
I opted for botany.
First optional is geography and second botany.
So I think one science optional and one arts optional is easier for you or it is difficult for you?
No, sir, botany is my passion due to core subject, and geography is my interest area, and my passion towards geography attracts me to do it this.
Okay, which part of both these subjects are interrelated?
Sir, environment part, that is my hobby.
That is good. That is best. How is Odisha's environment?
Sir, as far as my knowledge is concerned, Odisha's environment is good as compared to other states and other union territory also. Odisha is performing well,
Good.
but a lot more work to do.
Okay. What is biodiversity?
Sir, biodiversity refers to all variety of species present over an ecosystem.
Okay. How many biospheres are there in Odisha?
Sir, one is Simlipar Biosphere Reserve, second one is Bhitarkanka.
Okay. Anything under proposal now, as of now. Recently, the third one is coming. Some public pressure is there to declare it as a BISWA reserve. Have any idea? Do you have any idea about that?
Sir, I could not recollect the name.
Mandragiri. People are pressing hard for Mandragiri.
Yes.
To be included in the BISWA reserve list. It is also, what is your opinion? Should it be included or should it not be included?
Definitely, expert opinion should first given the priority.
Right.
Then
Hey,
we'll go
as
for
per
it.
your opinion,
Definitely, sir.
whether Mandragiri is having that status.
Yes, sir. A lot of unique species of flora and fauna present over there. So we should consider the matter.
Apart from flora and fauna, any historical importance is there?
Regarding Mahendragiri, sir. Actually, I am not.
Okay.
Definitely.
Recently, you might have heard about transformation of Odisha. Transformation of Odisha.
Odisha.
In which field you think Odisha has transformed?
Sir, in manufacturing sector.
Okay.
And our service sector also lagging as compared to the national level.
But I am asking in which sector Odisha has transformed.
Okay,
It
sir.
is higher than other states.
Okay, sir. The mining sector.
Okay. Steel and mines, India is Odisha is first.
Yes.
Definitely. Any other sector?
Sir, other sector I couldn't remember it.
Right. In food security also,
Yes, sir.
we are the third largest supplier of food in the country. And also this year we have achieved the number one food security state in the country.
Definitely.
Similarly, we are also ahead in other schemes like natural disaster management. Odisha is the role model for the country in managing the disasters also, isn't it?
Yes,
In
sir.
fiscal budget also this year we have awarded for prudent budget in the entire country.
Okay. Sir.
We have also received 4 times Krishi Karman Award
Yes.
in production also. Odisha is,
Yes,
in
sir.
many ways it is moving fast.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank
So we
you.
look forward to come and join in this Odisha's transformation.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. BISWA,
Yes, sir.
are you comfortable? I
Yes.
think you have been asked from wide means several questions.
Yes, sir. I am confident.
So what is the difference between botany and forestry?
Sir, botany as a subject deals with various kinds of aspects, genetic, molecular level, but forestry basically deals with the forest and the application part.
Suppose you are an administrator and there is forest fire. How you tackle that situation?
Sir, first of all, the forest fire situation is solely taken by the fire department. I would like to inform first the fire department to rescue the forest fire first.
Look, forest fire means fire which is there in an inaccessible area.
Yes.
And if you are going to inform the fire services, first of all they cannot move, their vehicle cannot move. So in that situation, calling or informing the forest fire situation to fire services is wasting of your time.
Sir, I think my prior
And we have no resources that we can spray water from air. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
So how you will control?
Sir, next course of action of mine.
Your option for informing fire services is wrong.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Sir, in my opinion, I seek more cooperation from local inhabitant and tribal people.
Will you endanger their life sending them to forest in fire situation?
No, sir, definitely not. I think they are the forest people. They might know some traditional method
You
to.
cannot that way. That there is a department of forest. There are experts who are forest forces are there,
Yes.
and they are under the control of district forest service (TFO).
Yes.
So it is advisable, and without wasting your time, you can just pass on the information to the DFO. But you will not stay idle. You have to monitor it. Okay.
Yes.
Suppose in a situation that there is flood, severe flood. As an administrator, how will you take care of it?
Sir, first of all, I should closely monitor the flood situation during the flood, and the rescue operation is my first priority during the flood. While I am rescuing the people, my priority or the foremost priority I will give to the vulnerable section like women, child, and old age people.
Can I add something, sir?
At least.
Yes, just BIBHUTI, for your ear. While asking, while replying such questions, you can divide the question into three parts actually. Suppose sir has asked about the flood situation. So you can split into three: pre-flood situation, during the and post-flood. So your answer will be elaborate. Okay. So that you can elaborate your answer. What I will do in pre-flood condition, what you will do during flood condition, and what I will do after flood. So that your answer will be elaborate.
Definitely.
Suppose you are posted video or an administrator. You are the DDO.
Yes.
Because DDO means drawing disbursement. You have to simultaneously you have to have expertise for finance. Suppose you have idle money, you cannot keep it idle. You means public property, public money. You have some surplus money.
Yes.
How will you invest it, or how will you take care of it?
Sir, the surplus money I would like to invest in social initiative and social sector schemes.
So social sector schemes. I mean, you understand, but it's
Sir, I meant to say social sector initiatives.
that means you will give it to people.
Sir, I will invest it more on school education, health,
How
water
will
and
you invest
science.
there? In school education, how will you invest there? You have not been told to invest. It is a surplus money. You have not been told that you are going to invest it in social sector. You have no control over, because it's public property. That will be you are not a bank that you are going to give it to people or like that.
Sir, first I will take my prior permission from my senior. Then I will make suggestion from them. Then I will work.
They will say, for example, they will say you are the authority. You go through the rule. You cannot take any suggestion. Suppose somebody will tell you, do it. Will you go for that?
No, sir.
Verbal communication to you. You just give it to poor people. You will distribute the money like that.
No, sir, definitely.
Okay. In that situation, banks are there. They are financial institutions.
Yes.
So you will call for a tender. The bank which will give you more interest,
Yes.
you will put there with a maturity period not more than 5 years.
And basically it should be a nationalized bank.
Nationalized banks. I mean, banks are nationalized, but that way there is from government there is a notification which banks are safe, and for this financial year they notify it.
Okay.
So you can.
I'll park over there. Definitely, sir. Thank you for the perspective.
Another thing is that some situation will be there that some people they do mischief in submitting false documents to claim their financial aspect. How will you take care of those things? How do you scrutinize those things?
Sir, the false document could be verified by me.
You don't know. They have just submitted.
Okay.
How will you verify?
Sir, somebody have to complain to me.
That
For
they
that.
will complain, and you that way you are transferred. You cannot recollect. But at the instant situation, will you wait for that? Complaint will come. You will do that.
Sir, first I have to know whether the document were forged or not.
How will
The
you sense it?
sir, Aadhaar document.
Suppose this much of volume is there. Is it possible for you alone?
No sir, I will delegate the work.
You will depute, you will take care of your staff by providing the information.
Yes.
For a sample, you can send someone to the nearby,
Ask the-
whether the actual invoice has been issued by that.
Okay sir.
Okay, what is CRR?
Sir, cash reserve ratio.
What is that?
Sir, that is the amount the bank have to park for mitigating the poor situation.
What is SLR?
Sir, statutory liquidity ratio.
That I know.
Okay, sir. Banks are statutorily required to park the money in government bonds, government securities, and some form of secure investment.
What is the difference between the CRR and SLR?
So during the crisis, SLR is the prudent initiative or prudent method to deal with the crisis, because various kinds of investments are there over SLR.
Look, this is the common view. When you don't know a concept, it's a financial concept. It's not social that you can add on and on. When financial concept is there, it is defined properly. If you don't speak those lines, in those lines, that means you panel will or the board will consider you that you are bluffing.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So when CRR you don't know, just say I don't know. SLR if you don't know, just say I don't know, sir. I can't remember right now.
Okay, sir.
Then BIBHUTI, how are you feeling now?
Fine.
That is it? Fine.
And some of factual question and some conceptual question I will work upon it, ma'am. Definitely.
Okay, BIBHUTI, actually, whenever the social issues are concerned, like your child marriage, unemployment, your, I think, illiteracy, so there you could add on your own opinion, but when a particular question like your science or mathematics or your, I think, finance concern,
Yes.
please have the exact answer. If you don't know even any of the answer put by the board members at the real interview, it doesn't matter, because they are testing only your personality, how jubilant, how balanced, how confident you are remaining inside all along your interview. It is not necessary to know all the facts and all the figures. No, it is humanly not possible. Even what you are knowing, the board members might not know. We do not know also. What we know, you don't know. It's
Okay.
not a matter to become like a little bit shy, like little bit hazy, no.
Definitely.
Because it's a thing of figure. Because what Shah told that what the surplus money will do. Whenever you will come to the job, then definitely you will find the financial procedures and rules are very much there what to do with the funds. Okay, if the some left out funds is there in any of the government schemes with you, so taking the, I think, the authorities permission, you could do that is later on. But the thing that the questions these board members may ask, you have geography and opted as one optional. So definitely BIBHUTI might be get one question, as you have throw out your science background. What opted you to give geography? I'm not sure whether geography, I think geography is also one science subject. Yes, science.
It is
It's a
also
science.
science, it is also arts.
Because most of the experts, they tell that geography is
Geography.
one science subject.
Yes,
So, okay.
this is geography.
If the board member will say that one art and one science, you could politely tell
No,
that,
that's,
sir,
the science
in my
and
understanding, some geography also one science subject. Then they will definitely ask what is the difference between science and arts. Then please have a look also what art refers and what science also refers. Why we call physics as one science subject, why economics as one art subject. Okay, that set of clarity should be there. And regarding to your district Koraput, so be ready for this.
Okay.
Because maximum Koraput is a tribal district, and your blog, because whenever you will posted, you will be posted as one block development officer initially. You must know who is, where are you staying?
Good block.
So you must know at least who is your BDO, who is your Tahsildar, local ML. You must be casting votes.
Yes, ma'am. Last one.
So the board members will judge you. Yes, he is the candidate having the awareness of what is a minimum, I think, linking with the government machinery.
Okay, definitely.
Okay. Because whatever local works, you have to go to the block. Your families are go to the Tahsil.
Yes, ma'am.
So that minimum knowledge should be there. And some of the eminent freedom fighters from your own district, those who have immensely contributed, okay?
Okay.
And what is the district function of Koraput? Called?
Cultural function.
Cultural function. Aj Mandali. Yes, Paraba. That they may add. You could also add on BIBHUTI while just giving brief introduction about your district. Paraba is the district festival, how culturally it is significant. While telling about the district, the total I think cultural, demographic and the geographic basic things you have to put before the board. And as you have very mastery in Botany, so it's better if one question will they start from the Botany, you grab the board members to your area of strength so that you may get the time of 20 or 25 minutes or maximum 30 minutes. Within that, as you have mastery in your physics, your Botany, you just try to engage the board members more of your strength areas, because they might not get more time just asking some facts and figurative questions, okay? And we also know some of the basic, like the literacy rate of your district and Odisha, and the life expectancy of Odisha, and women literacy particularly in your Koraput district in general and Odisha in particular.
Okay, definitely. I will check
Then
it.
anything from your side to the board?
No, sir. No, ma'am. I actually could not handle the particular factual type of question sometimes.
No, not so.
Doesn't
No,
matter,
it
doesn't
doesn't
matter, Vibhuti, because what figures and I think figurative questions, it's not a testing of your intelligence. That step you have already jumped over by giving your mains. Now is testing your personality, how analyzing you are the fact. Matlab one ko social issues also, you fantastically answer the dropout rates, how to check the dropouts.
Yes.
You gave very good answer.
Thank you.
And literacy also, how to I think uplift the literacy rate amongst the tribals. You gave the good answers. So that board required whether you have the analytical bent of mind.
Yes.
You are judging the social issues properly. You have the solutions with you, and you know what are the more innovative steps that required at present context. You know that is required.
Yes.
To know the number 5 in one area or number 7, that doesn't matter, but minimum how many, as you told, 314 blocks, you told right correctly.
I prepared some factual data over my notes on that literacy rate and these things, but at that moment actually I could not recollect the data.
And you have
Exactly.
also Vibhuti written environmental as your hobby
Clean up
also.
activities and environmental.
So we are also something like Swachh Bharat Mission,
Yes,
and our forest areas, because geography there are forest areas in Odisha, and particularly the importance of Bhitarkanika, mangrove forest, type of the forest available in Odisha,
Yes, ma'am.
and minor minerals, and particularly in Koraput, okay, number of the major industries.
Yes, definitely. Ma'am, could I ask one question?
Yes.
Ma'am, I often get a question regarding dilemma question type, environment versus development dilemma. I often get question due to my hobby and my subject. What will be your course of action when development versus greenery and development versus tribal development, this type of question, how should my approach to that?
In your opinion, what answer you are giving? Please say. Suppose I will ask the same question to you.
Yes.
Development versus our environment. What will be your answer?
Ma'am, my answer will be the sustainable development part.
Yes, fantastic, good.
That is the foremost and prior
Correct.
answer, that is the
Your
sustainable.
answer should be positive always.
Yes.
Yes, Vibhuti, just do not give one line answer to such a fine question.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, that I will elaborate it, ma'am.
Development
Definitely.
versus environment. This is a very broad aspect. How development we must, okay. How to handling simultaneously our environment also, preserving the natural heritage of our environment, not at all destroying the environment and going against ecosystem, okay. Development and simultaneously keeping harmony and in pace with the preserving
Yes.
our natural resources.
Okay.
Suppose they will, board member will tell how, suppose at the time of setting up one industry, you must have to go for the deforestation.
Yes.
Definitely, otherwise you could not
Yes,
set up
yes,
the
ma'am.
industry. But simultaneously,
Afforestation.
government has also the duty to plant I think more number of trees. I can tell the same numbers of trees, even more than that. Through compensatory afforestation on the wasteland. Okay. Now Odisha has a very good coverage in forestry, 33.5.
Yes, ma'am.
Suppose we will cut down thousands number of trees. Suppose 10,000 numbers of trees. We must have to plant these 10,000 number of trees on our waste and barren land. So development and environment should go side by side, not at the cost of environment. Because if you will go only looking after lopsided development, instead of development, it will become one disastrous for the society, and that is not at all desirable for any human race and any government. Okay.
Okay. May I cite need versus greed debate to that sustainable development?
Yes, that would be.
We should focus more on the need, not
Need,
that
not
greed
on
part.
right.
That's why destroying environment is rampant in these days.
Exactly.
Okay, sir, could I ask you some questions?
Yes.
Sir, in situational based question, the best answer I could not give you, sir. Sorry for that. Sir, what are the correction over there?
As
Suppose, sir, some technical details. Actually, I am not aware of that technical details in case of forest fire.
as you are not in the service, you have not been trained that way.
Yes,
It
sir.
will take time. Even
Sure.
after in the service also, people do mistake.
Yes.
It's not that you know everything or know anyone knows everything. So there will be mistake. But the thing is that as there is a situation, natural disaster, that pre-disaster situation within and post-disasters, post means that means the relieving part.
Yes.
That is more because more casualties will be there.
Yes.
People will be dying in front of you. Lack of medicine, lack of food, lack of water, safe drinking water. So you have to portable those things.
Definitely, sir. Sir, some
And regarding finance,
okay.
that bank terms or the bank interface between government, these are predefined terms. There you need not to speak so many things. CRR means it is the relationship between bank with the reserve bank.
Yes.
And banks are formed out of reserve bank's permission. If banks go on liquidation, if banks collapse, then public will be in denial always. Their hard earning, blood and sweat which is there in the bank lost. So that to control, in order to control a bank, so bank keep some of its, that is a defined. In government, RBI, they host what will be its ratio. That is government.
Bibhuti, whenever any banking term or economic concept will come, so if you are really not aware of the total concept, then humbly tell to the board members, sir, sorry, at that point of time, I do not have idea, I will read upon it, okay?
Okay.
Without going for guessing something wrong concepts, better, so that it will signify and reflect the gentleness and honesty of your personality more, okay, board members. Now, what are other things you have? Are you now feeling confident?
Definitely, ma'am. I'm feeling confident.
How much you assess yourself?
Sir, for the time being, I have to work more upon some basic facts, Like sir, I didn't answer
No,
sir's
no,
question.
it's okay.
And some situational based question. I have to choose the middle path, not too extreme, upper extreme or lower extreme. I should work upon that.
And regarding your sitting posture, Vibhuti, you are okay. And what you have decided, Vibhuti, to year on your date of interview?
Ma'am, blazer with.
Okay. Which color, Vibhuti?
Ma'am, blue.
Blue.
And white shirt.
Okay. With tie one.
With tie.
Okay. Then
Blue.
you will go in clean set or?
Yes, definitely clean sir.
That's good.
Thank
And
you.
wish all the best, Vibhuti.
All best wishes.
Thank you sir.
All
God bless you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thanks for the enlightenment sir.